Hi guys, it's Y2Wise here, and today we'll be making the induction robot. So this is a DIY robot, so they'll come with all the pieces and tools, and you would make this coding robot. So just while making it, you can develop interest in AI skills, improve children's logical thinking, feel the fun of technology, learn computational programming, and self-assembly skills. So this robot consists of app control, so you can use your phone to scan this barcode and download an app to control your robot. Another way you can do it is on the same app you can type up your code, what you want your robot to do, that will do the actions of the code you put in. The third one is it's a Bluetooth speaker playback function, so if you have any music or like stuff to play on your phone, through your phone, you can play it on the robot. Alright, so let's make it. Okay, so let's open the box. It comes with the motors, all the parts, and the control panel, and also the instructions. Okay, so as you can see that it is DIY, so you would have to snip off all the edges and just build it. So some tools that you might need is cutting pliers. If you don't have cutting pliers, scissors will do the same job. If you need any parental help, ask your parents. So in this part there are screws. So what you would need for screws is a screwdriver, just a small screwdriver, or even smaller one can do, to just tighten up all the parts together.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, so using the instructions, we'll begin making the induction robot. So yeah, here's a little reminder that you would need a screwdriver and some batteries to power the robot. And here are just a list of all the parts that will be used. So here's all the stuff that we have already. So step one is we're making the body module components. So we would find B5, P11 times 3, and we'll just find them now. So before we start, we'll just open up everything. So back onto step one, now that we've opened everything, we'll find the B5 part. So B5 is right here. So it is, you could just twist it out, but to be safe, I'll be just using scissors. And then just twist it out. So that's the B5 part. So if you want to, you can just, there's a little bit of rough edges there, so you can just snip it off with your scissors. Just as we start. So that's the B5 part. Then we'll find the P11 part, so 3 of the P11 parts. So that is the short one. So there's the long ones and the short ones. We'll be using the short one first. Other short one is here. And we'll just be putting it right here. So continuing on from step one, we'll find the P5C part. So it's on any of these two. So that goes into the middle here. We'll find the P7D parts. So that's this one here. And then we'll put it right next to it. As you can see, it spins well. And then we'll still step 1. We'll go and find the P6E part. So that's the part that goes in a little bit. Put it in. P8T part. So that's the little bit bulky looking one right there, and just fit it right in. Yeah, and that's the end of step 1. Moving on to step 2, we'll find the motor. So we'll begin with the motor, and we'll find the P1 part. So the small white part here, and just connect it, push it in fully. So push in this part fully, so it shows you the right way and the wrong way. If you mess up a little bit here, it might not work at the very end. And the next one just says there's this little metal tag here, and it just says push that up. So just like that. Yep. And then we'll get the motor, and as you can see at the end of step 2, it just fits right here. Yep. Connecting to all the gears that we put in step 1. Moving on to step 3, we'll find the B3 part. B3. So B3 is here. And use the scissors. B3 part. We'll match it up with the instructions, and it looks like it's like this. So as you can see, in step 3, you just had to bring out that metal thing and the wire. As you can see, we had to bring out that the metal bit that we touched, and then the wire as well through there. So after that, we'll get the P9, 3 of P9. So these are the little screws. Yeah. We'll get the provided screwdriver. Put it on and just screw it into place where they want us to. So after we've got the screws in, we'll just tuck in the wire. So it shows that we put both of the wires through that, and then just neatly bring it out here. So in the instructions, it just shows you exactly how to do it. So neatly out like that, just like that. After that, we'll find the A15 part. So A15 is here. Leave that there, and just pop that out. And it just covers that gear part that's just sticking out here. So in the instructions, it shows you how to put it in properly. So not slanted or any way, just like properly like that. So straight. So if it goes to the side a little bit, you can just twist it back and just put it in like that, or take it off and put it back in. We'll find the B9 part. So put this here for a second. B9's here. And the A6 part. So with the B9 part, we'll put it onto here, facing downwards. and the A6 part here, facing downwards as well. After that, we'll find the P10 part. So the P10, like the different screws we used, P10 is a little bit wider. So there's four wide ones. So we'll just be using 2. So we put it into the middle of these, and we'll just screw them in.
Okay, so after, we'll move this into the side a little bit. And just continuing on from step 7, we'll find the B2 part. So, no, the B2 part just snaps off like that. Then we connect it right here into those 2. Oh yeah, so we need to screw them in again. So we'll find 2 of the P10 ones, so the ones with the wider screw head.
So after that, it just says remove this bit that we put in. So just remove it like that. Yeah, have it all in place, and just take that out. Moving on to step 9, we just finished that bit, so we'll leave it to the side a little bit. We'll find the other motor, and then we'll find the little white P14 bit. Put it in, and just push it down a little bit, just gently, so it goes in fully. There we go. Moving on to the other step 9, we find the B6 part. So B6 is this big one here. Remove that. We'll line it up like the picture. It says flip the wire in front of the motor, so a little bit like this, and then place it in. Place it in while the wire comes out a little bit here. Just like that. We'll leave it there for now. And then we'll find the P12 part, P5 part, and P4 part. So that's this one here. This one, and
this part here, and just connect them.
So continuing on to step 10 is we're using the gear parts again. So there was a little mix up with this one as well, as we used the gear before, but to avoid the mix up, so this one says P5 and P4. So P5 is obviously this one because it's got the little tooth sticking up, so you can check. But there are a lot of similar ones that are in the packet as well. But to check exactly which one is your part, so this one says P4. So you would flip back to the front of the booklet, and where it says P4. So P4 here there's so next to the Chinese 36 there, it says 14T. So 14T just means it has 14 tooth. So not on the outer ring. It means it has 14 tooth along this little barrel, I guess, little here. So if we count it, there's going to be 14 teeth there. All right. So that's how you know which one's yours. You can use it for any other part. So P2, you just it says 10 teeth. So you just check which one is which. So that would be this one, P2. So if you count it, there would be 10. So this one will be P2. It doesn't actually say on the gear part what part it is, but you can come back to the beginning of the menu and just beginning of the instructions and just check which part you're missing or you need. So coming back to step 10, we need the P12 part and the P5 part. So P5 is this part here. So it's the one that sticks up a bit. So I can tell immediately that is because it sticks up a little bit. So place that in there. And P4 is a little bit confusing because I didn't know which one was which, but I counted it and I figured out it was the one with the 14 teeth on it. So it just goes in like that and place it right in. Here we go, in the middle like that. And then the next one, we'll just find another one of it. So the P12 part, so it's the same long bar. We find the P2 part, so as we checked before, it's the one with the 10 teeth on it. So we put it on. This one is fairly simple. It's the one that doesn't have the gear sticking up. So we put that in there. And then we find the P8 part, so that's this one. It's a little bit different looking than the other ones. We just need to make sure that it says, there's a little instruction here that it doesn't go in fully, but if you push it in a little bit, it just clicks right in place and it doesn't fall out. So make sure about that. So put it in. So we just put in this part now. Goes in right here and sticks out a little bit at the end. So that's that page done. We go to page 12 and it just shows us how to wire properly. So set up the wire properly. So it goes underneath this bit here and just out like that. Simple, tucking all the wires in. And then we find the B4 part. So B4 would be this part here. So let's just snap that out. So after that, we've got the wire coming out from the right place. So here, and then we just need 3 of the screws and just screw everything in together. Next, it just shows that. So as you can see, we need to tuck the wire underneath this bit here. So it just cleans up the wire a bit and then tuck it right out like that. So it goes very nicely, neatly tucked in. After that, we're bringing all of this to the side a little bit. We brought back the piece we made before, and we're just finding the A13 bit. So A13 is this one here. So after we found that, we shape it like this, and then it just goes onto the front like that. After that, we get the bit that we just made before. Make sure the wire is nicely like that. And this one neatly coming out this way. So it doesn't interfere with each other. And yeah, and then the wires should be coming out at the exact same spot. After that, we've pretty much got the body, I'm guessing. And then yeah, once the wire is coming out all together, we're just screwing in all the bits here. So that's step 15 done. So everything is complete from there. From there, there is the speaker. Yeah, we're doing the head assembly. So that's C2 and the speaker's here.
Okay.
C2 is this one. So snap that out. So we put in the wire in this way. Put in like that.
Turn around to where it fits.
So after we've got the speaker in, we're adding it to the main body. So like this, it goes in, controlling the wire, so not letting the wire get in any of the ways. There we go, just like that. Leave it like that for now. We'll get the control panel, and it shows you a clear explanation here. We're doing this bit up and this bit facing down, and we'll just slide it in, put it back just like that. So after you've got the control panel in just like that, it's not connected to anything, just like sitting there for now, we're gonna connect the wires. So be careful where you're putting it. So it shows you color labels as well, and shows you that this one's the speaker one. So obviously this one's the speaker one because we just put it in, and that will be connecting to the one here, bottom here. So we'll just take this out for a bit, and then connect it like that. So the black and red wire goes into the second one here. So the black and red, and the red and green one goes onto the first one here. So after you slid that in, we'll slide it back into where it was. There you go. Tuck all the wires in nicely, and then we'll find 4. So step 4 of this part here. So step 4 is this screen here, and then we'll find the D2 part. This one here. So it says here that we need to cut off all the blunt edges. So we'll just do that. We'll move this to the side. So after we've found this bit, we'll find the D2 part. D2 is here. Just this little one here. We'll just smooth off the edges as well because a little bit came with it. There we go. From the inside, we'll just push it in like that. Leave it there for now. So we'll just put in the film just like that. Just place some nicely like that. We'll go on to the next page, and yeah, it shows you where exactly we need to slide it in. So bringing back the main thing that we've been making. So after we got step 7, we need to put in all the batteries. So yeah, from here, watch which way you're placing it. that's the end of that page. So we'll leave it to the side a little bit. We'll flip, and it shows you. Oh yeah, we forgot to attach it. It was just this bit here. So we'll take the board out. So we'll just take all of these out. Put it in. Attach it to the last empty place right here. Put the board back in. And we'll put the screen back in. It holds everything together. So as you can see, we have the battery separately with everything. So moving on, we have the battery and we place it in just like that. So there would be this empty space here. With the wire facing that way, we just place this battery inside the middle, just like that. So there's a little spot there, so put it in there. And then we've got the C1 part. So C1 part is right here. And we're just gonna close everything. With this, we're just closing everything up. So shows you which part all goes with which. Connects all together just like that. So after that, we find this part here. So this one's gonna be this one here. It's just got the Wi-Fi symbol, and place it in just like that for now. So before we just put on this bit here, we had to screw it in a little bit. So just 2 screws. So as you see, it's here and here. And then just place that on right there. So, and then we find the other part, the one that has the Wi-Fi symbol on it. We'll just snap it off. Just like that. Leave it with the rubbish, and then we'll just place it onto the other side. Oh, and then we just cut a little bit. It's not going in properly. Here as well. There we go. There we go, fits in that better. A little bit here. There we go. So that's the head done, and then we'll and it says the head's done, and then and then we're going on to the legs. So we find A5 first. So A5 is this bit here. I think it's going to be the base of the legs that we're doing. And with this bit, there's just like a little arrow here, and as we shows here, arrow goes to arrow, so it will go right here. So, and then we'll find the A18 part. There's 2 of A18 parts, so they're right here. Pop them out. Then we put them with the facing downwards, so that little bit facing downwards. And then as you can see, like what I just did just then, So we clip it into this bit here. Move it around, we push it in, and then it will just, when you move it, it just clips into that bit over there, like a clip. There we go. Yep, and then it just says make sure that you hear a click. On the next page, we're just setting up the legs now. So we'll leave this down a little bit like that. Make sure. And we're finding the A1 parts. So they're all here. So there's 3 of them. So pop them out. And then the B1 parts as well. The B1 parts right here. Little parts here. A1 and then the B1 part, we just connect it like that, and same with the rest. And then coming back to the body of the induction robot, we placed it into the holes here. So there's 3 holes so far. So we just did 3 legs so far. So 1 here. So we'll just put in the rest as well. So as you can see, it's like a clip. So you need to push it quite a bit in. So squeeze it in. Yeah, and then it's really hard to take out, so try not to make any mistakes. So this one as well. So just like this. So be mindful of the position of where we're putting it as well. So it says here, clear explanation, not like this on each side. So that's what I did. So, and then going on to the next step, we've got the A16 part. So A16 is right here. So we'll just clip them all out. So move this to the side a little bit. And then we're finding the B1 part again. So that would be the little parts here. So here it is.
Little parts here.
There we go. And then the B13 part as well. So while we're at it, we'll get the B13 part out as well. So here.
It's not coming off, so we'll get the scissors. Just snip away.
So once we've got everything, we'll clip the B1 and the A16 part together. So
just like that.
after, we're just continuing on still step 17. We're just connecting it to the top of the B13 part. So it's a clip again, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get in. There we go. And then we turn it over, and the next step it says turn it over. And then, yeah, we'll put it into the middle. Of the robot. So these legs, we're going to the opposite of these legs. So put it into the middle. However, not overlapping with these legs that we put in before. So just like that, inside the middle like that. Yep, so just like that. And then we find the A19 part. A19 is here, this small semicircle looking thing. There we go. And then yeah, A19 part, we'll put it in first. So it goes
like this anyway.
just slide it in like that. Yep, fits in nicely. There we go. And then we find the A17 bit. A17 is still this one. 17 is here. A17 bit connects to these ones sticking out here. So as you can see, just let it slide in like that.
Makes a little click sound.
After that, we'll find the B15 and A12, so 3 of them. So A12 first. A12 is these ones here. No, these are A12, so we need A2. A2 is these ones here, so 3 of these. There we go, we'll leave these for later. And we need B15. B15 is here. Face up, and the longer bit going down, just clip it on.
Oh, wrong way. Sweet.
There we go, and once we've got that, we're putting it into the holes as seen here. So putting it to A16 bit. So A16 we already put in. So putting it into these holes here. And with this bit here, I think it fell off from this one or this one. Yeah, this one. So it was the A11 bit, and we're just connecting it. We're just putting everything back together. So connecting it, everything exactly. So the middle, and it will just fall in nicely like that. It doesn't move that much. And then we just got 2 screwdrivers to put it all in together. Oh, so it's 6. So step 24 is just we're just screwing everything together. So we're just going around and screwing in all 6 of the screwdrivers, just like so. So after we've got all the, I guess, legs in, we'll just put on the feet. So it's all of the B8 and A12 parts. So that's all of these here. So we accidentally took some off here. So get all of them here, all 6. And all these ones as well. So the B8 part. So B8 is here. So we don't have much pieces left, so we're coming to an end. So this one connects fairly simply, just right here into the 2 holes there. So 2 things attaching to the 2 holes.
Do it for all of them.
There we go, and then we just attaching it to all of them here. So as you can see, all of them have 2 on each side. So some look like this and some look like this. We're just attaching all of them, both of them, just like so. And it should just go in nicely like that. And last one. There we go, and that completes the leg. So after that, it just says we just need the A7 bits. So there's 2 little bits here, A7. 2 little bits, take that little bit off. And they just attach to these arms. Yeah, where the arms is. So just like that, and on the other side as well. So going on to the next step of the foot and arm. So step 2, we find the B12, B14, and A8 part. So we'll just take them all out now because it's both of the arms. So 2 A8 parts, 2 A11 parts, A12 parts. We'll take this one out first. So we'll leave that there, and 1 A14 part. There we go. So this happens to be the arm that we're making. So with this bit, we connect it to the B14 bit. No, B12 and the B14 bit. Like this, connects right there at a right angle, and then we just connect this knob. Then we attach it to the left side. There we go, like that, and the other one as well. So it just says here, get the other bits. So A8, and then the B11, and a B14 part. So there we go, that's all the pieces that we've made here. So we'll leave that to the side. So just like the first one, just like the other arm we did, stick it in at a right angle, connect the hand just like so, and then just pinch them. And you can move it around however you want. Alright, so looking back, we just missed a bit. I missed a bit. So it was this B7 part. So it's just this little accessory that covers up the arm. So still, to finish it off, we'll put that on. Now we've actually finished all the parts. So that's just on the inside of the arm. So if you can take the arm off again, this is also on the inside to just cover up this bit. Like that. Just some little finishing touches. Same for the other arm. I'm not going to take off the arm for this one. I'm just sticking it on the inner arm of it. There we go. So moving on. Yep, so this is just the last step. So as you can see, when we put in the battery, you can actually take out the battery. So when you open up his, it's the left side of the head, because we didn't screw in these bits here. So when we take out the left side of the head, as you can see, there's like this little bit where you can pull out the battery, change the batteries. But because there's 4 batteries, it will last a little bit of time. So after that, we can just connect it to our phone and turn it on by pressing the middle. So let's just check if that works.
Bluetooth mode. Waiting for connection. Please later.
So after we have finished making the induction robot, using the instructions, we can flip through the very last page, and on the last page it will just come up with a barcode where you scan and download the app. It also comes on the box of the induction robot. So on your phone, your smartphone, if you have a scanning app or scanning thing, or you can just use the camera. On some phones, if you just get the barcode and scan it with your camera, it still works. So we'll just scan that quickly. So once you scan it, this link comes up, and what you do is you press go to link. And the website that made this induction robot will pop up.
Go.
So once we've got that up, we'll just press X on the ad, and then we'll just press download. So it downloaded straight away. It's not a very big app, so we'll open it, install, and install anyways. So the app's just loading now. And it's just opening up. So on this website, there's a lot of other stuff here, but we made the first one here. So the programming robot, otherwise known as the induction robot. So we press it, and it's just loading. So whilst loading, we'll turn on the robot.
Bluetech mode. Waiting for connection. Please later.
So after loading, we'll just press this one here. So we've come to the home screen of the robot. So there's like this joystick. So if you guys play any games, you would recognize this. So press it, and it comes up with the joystick. And as you saw on the box of the induction robot, you can just control it with it. So let's make it just walk forward. You can also turn around. Make it walk forward again. So we can also go the other way as well. And we can go backwards. So just on this setting, there's this little button here that says TG gravity mode. So when we press it, this actually becomes like a controller for it. So we'll put this into the middle, and as you can see, if I tilt it, goes forward. If I can turn it, I can move back. So just leaving this setting, there is a mode for music and light. So when you made it, you'll remember we put in speakers onto the side of the head. So when you press music, you can choose all the way from 1 to 20 of what music you want to play. So you can put it on maybe when you're falling asleep. It's a nice soothing music. So we can also change the light of the robot. So we can also change the light as well. So if we go into the light, we can label it from 0 to 1. So as you can see, it says 0 right now. So we can make it 1. And we can make it all the way up to 9 as well. Back to 0. So to program your robot, we'll just need to go back, and then we just press this plus sign. So that means we're just adding a new program. So as you can see, it says move forward, move backwards, and programs like that. So move, turn, light, and music. So I'm gonna do light. So there's like this pad that comes out. So I drag it, press it. There's Chinese lettering there, but you don't have to. You can ignore it. We just pull it into the red box, and it turns into English. So we can just do any pattern that we want. So I'll try to do a smiley face. So, and then after I want it to move forward. So I'll press the move button, press the move. It again says there's Chinese characters, but we can ignore that and we just bring it in this way, and that is one step forward. Yeah, so, and one step is not that much, so we'll just change it to, let's say, 10. Yep, then it would move 10 steps forward. So, and then we'll make it turn right, press that, bring it down here, same step. Moving, turning your head once is not that much, so we'll make it 5. Sure. And then we'll make it move backwards, bring it down, move back, 6 spaces. Yep, press sure, and then we'll finish it off with music. So we'll bring the music one down as well, not stop music. So we can choose using this gray button here. So this small one here, we can choose which music. So if you remember, there was music choice of 1 to 10. So I'll scroll all the way down, 1 to 20. I'll do number 20. Yep, and then play once, and then it'll end. So this button is just playing the code. So we'll move it back, and here we go. So, and then a little blue button just shows up and it just says stop code. So we can just press it. To move the codes up and down, we can hold on to it and just move it just as easy like that. Change the order of the codes. To get rid of the code, let's say you accidentally put in a code that you didn't want, we just slide it across and it just disappears. So we'll just get rid of all of that. Yep, and you can also save your codes. So for this robot, as you remember, there's just one more mode. So connecting to the Bluetooth and then just playing anything you want. So if we go into Bluetooth and go in, we'll wait. And then this one, we've already paired it before, but it will come up if you pair it the first time as well. So we'll just pair it.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
So it says it's connected successfully. So we'll go and then we'll just try test it out. So as you can see, it's coming out of the robot, so the speaker on the side. So that concludes the induction robot. So as we looked at all the features with the phone and Bluetooth connections, you can use the Bluetooth connections to play music, play YouTube audios, Netflix audios, any type of audios using the Bluetooth connection. You can also, using the app, make your own program. You can be creative. Make the program as long as you want, as short as you want, anything. You can make all sorts of lights like that, make little faces, make numbers, letters. You can also use the joystick. So as we saw, there was the little circle and you use the joysticks to move, and then we also had the gravity mode where you can actually hold the phone like a controller and actually control the induction robot. So that concludes the induction robot. So as you can see, there's a lot of functionalities. The robot can do any sort of movements, yeah. And using the codes, you can just experiment with your creativity, as well as learning how to use AI, coding, and more computer skills. So be experimental and be creative, and enjoy your induction robot.